him and to others about him. In order for this team to be good, you got to have guys like Lucas Johnson.
You know, he just kind of gives that spark.
You got to have guys that give you energy off the bench. You got to have guys that do things that don't show up in the box scores, because we have enough guys that do things that show up in the box scores. It's a little thing that win games.
You know, I know I'm not going to go in there and get this big dunk or make this amazing block.
What a hustle play by Lucas Johnson.
My goal is to just go out there and play as hard as I can, day in and day out, and simply do the things that not everyone else wants to do on the team. Do the dirty work, be the blue-collar player, dive on the floor for every single loose ball, take a charge, get the crowd into it. If I'm able to, maybe get under the skin of another player.
And now Johnson. Break it up fast.
I'll say a word here. Ooh, really should have made that shot. You know, just little things that I know if people say to me, you know, upset me. So you just kind of, you know, nitpick and say, you know, oh, you're not having your best game, you know, that kind of thing, and then they get frustrated. But it's never personal. It's simply just not for the fun of it, but to take them out of the game and to help our team.
What do they say back to you that you can say maybe even on camera?
See, that's the thing. The responses aren't usually G-rated for the most part, because I know how much I can piss people off, and they really don't appreciate that.
Kicked right to Lucas Johnson and told him he thought he was crazy.
I've been called dirty. I've probably been called every name in the book.
How would you describe Lucas Johnson?
Lucas is an animal. I mean, that's typical Luke right there.
He is certainly an emotional leader.
I mean, the best way to describe Lucas, he's a sacrifice guy. I mean, he sacrificed his body for the team, and that's the type of guy you need on your team.
Does he ever cross the line, though?
I think borderline, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I've crossed the line, and Coach Self has told me that I've crossed the line a couple times.
Lucas isn't dirty. Lucas is annoying. And I've said that a lot. You know, he's a guy that everybody loves if he's on your team, and everybody dislikes if he's on the other team. And most teams have a guy like that, and most good teams have a guy like that.
Have you ever been surprised by the reactions?
If I get into it with them, I'm not going to be the one to take it too far. If I'm getting underneath their skin and they do something to me, I'm just going to back off. Because if I've done that to them and I've made them reach that point, my job is, you know, successful.
Can you also use him for momentum purposes?
When he plays that way, it's contagious. And I think more guys will start to play that way. But Lucas, in his mind, there's only one way he can be a good major college basketball player, and that's to do the things he's doing right now.
He's a guy, you know, he goes out every night to play hard. You know, it's good to have him on this team.
What I do doesn't show up in the stats. And so when we go on those runs and when we're winning games and I'm doing this kind of stuff, it really helps my